What's going on, folks? Basically just wanted to do a closeout video of the shop apartment guest house project. So, now that the plumbing's all done, maybe a little odds and ends left to do there. I don't know, maybe put a couple more straps on there. I don't know, obviously test it out, put it to use. But I just brought down the last bit of my stuff from upstairs, and now I guess I'll take you guys upstairs and show you what it's like. Oh, cold. Amazing. It was around, was it 6 degrees this morning, and supposedly inside the shop both of my thermometers were showing about 50 degrees, and it isn't heated. And then the darn house got the furnace set at 60 right now, and furnace kicks on about every half hour. So unreal how unwell insulated that building is, and how well this building is insulated. So here's our deck. Still gotta do the roof up there eventually. Run a telehandler, and I've got all the materials just sitting in there, so just a matter of finding a nice weekend with some time to do it. It's not going to be windy. Yeah, so let's go on up. Kind of went with some lodgepole railing here, so that's kind of neat. Eventually I'll probably cap this with some, maybe a little 1x redwood or something. And otherwise, there she is. Yeah, Trex is holding up good after a year. No fade or warping or swelling or tips raising or anything like that, so pretty happy with that stuff. Real happy with it, actually. Wish I would have just put an extra stair stringer on there and ran it for the stairs too. I'd probably have to coat it with something, because this stuff does get a little more slick than that redwood treads there for those steps. So that's something about this this Trex that I don't like. And you'll notice how there's some ice build up on here, but it's not on that redwood either. So that stuff does not ice up as much as this. But this stuff's still good, and I'd definitely do it again. So I'll take you guys on inside and show you what's going on. So at this point, I would say she's ready and done and ready to rent. Some curtains up, open them up. Need to probably invest in a rug or one of those boot trays for right there. Got the fire extinguisher mounted there. Yeah, there's a shot of the kitchen. So for the backsplash, what I ended up doing was just some galvanized sheet metal and cut it all out. And then in here, I'm gonna put a hood in here just to, obviously evacuate the air from the stove. And then keep going back and forth. Eventually I'll put in a dishwasher. So far, no one that I've talked about renting it to has even expressed any interest in the dishwasher. They'd rather have the extra space for some storage. So I think maybe put a little kind of curtain across there and just put whatever you want behind there. Ended up getting this guy, steal of a deal, 50% off. Still haven't even plugged it in yet. But anyways, so there's the kitchen area, the little living room area here. As far as heating, I may have mentioned it before, but eventually I'd like to put in a supplemental propane type heater, like a Renai system, something like that. And then put a 3-4, I don't know, maybe a 500 gallon tank out back for propane, something in there. But for now, I've just been using this electric heater and then a little guy in the back, and that's been doing all the work for heating in here, and it's done. I just brought this one up actually yesterday, but just kind of trying to feel out how, you know, efficient it might be running 3 if I needed to for whatever reason. And that's how I heated it all last winter when I was doing all the drywall work and paint work, and no issues at all. I mean, so that thing's great. Got our plugs for our utility access bathroom. Eventually I want to build maybe my own vanity with some pine. That way this thing matches, because right now that's about the only thing that bugs me about this thing. I mean, the top's not bad. Top's actually in pretty good shape, but this little guy's about the only thing I bought used for the whole project. So hopefully I can find something in pine, or I'm just gonna make one. There's the shower. Extended that guy way out, kind of rustic. Yeah, so showers more directly down on you, which is kind of nice. Yeah, standard stuff. Got to get the washer and dryer hooked up in here, so got to bring it up. And yeah, other than that, she turned out pretty good. Everybody who's came and checked this out really loves the size of this bathroom, so glad I went that big with it. Storage room, you guys have seen it before. Nothing really changed in here much recently. Not much, just a little room. Yeah. And yeah, so there we go. Got our old smoke alarm, carbon monoxide detector. Got our little closet with rods for hanging all your goodies. Now, I forgot, in that bathroom, what I'm probably gonna do is put some type of cabinet above where the washer would be, so something above here, or maybe I've got some rough cut big pine and fir boards that I might just make a shelf out of right here, maybe a big floating shelf along this wall. That might be kind of nice, I thought, for cabinets, but I don't know, something for a little storage in there for some towels, maybe soaps and things like that. Then got our little bedroom area, and I did buy a curtain. This curtain rod extends long enough that I could put another hanger, which I've got one of those over there, and extend out the curtain to block this out. So I'll just have to figure out what people might want there. But yeah, put the blackout curtains, and there we are. So ready to go, and I am feeling good. I'm done with this project, really. I mean, aside from bringing a washer and dryer up here and thinking maybe about a dishwasher and a couple shelves, depending if they're needed. So anyways, there she is, and I think it'd be a nice little spot for, you know, a guest or potential tenant. But I don't see how you could not be happy with it, and I'm pretty happy with it. Learned a lot with it, and definitely learned that getting materials is not the easiest of things, even when you special order things. Just like here, this cabinet, for example, right? There's this door on the left, and there's this one. You know, you special order stuff and you expect it to come in the same, but you're missing one. So this drawer matched this door, and then they sent me the new door or face for this drawer, but didn't send me the new door yet. So it's just unreal. And then the price of materials, you know, from the first time I bought all this, till the last time I bought it. I think the first time I bought around 60, 70 boards, something around there. And then when I bought my last bit just to wrap up this wall, and then in the bathroom there, it was gone up about 28% in 6 months. Just unreal building material costs. So I'm gonna have to do a little video maybe about how much I've spent on this project. But if I had to guesstimate, I'm gonna be somewhere right around 40 some thousand, give or take maybe 2 or 3. So we'll see if I'm even close to that when I actually take my 2 files full of receipts and statements and so on and put them into a spreadsheet. But hopefully it shall add some value and be put to good use. I think the only thing that I haven't tested yet is the plumbing. So I've tested the shower. That works great, better than the house. But the toilet, hopefully she flows pretty good, because that's a pretty long horizontal stretch below here. So for solid material to flow. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to be, but I set the slope exactly what it should be. So correct rise over run on that entire run. So I hope that there's no issues. Other than that, I don't foresee any issues with the place. And I guess I'll leave it with that. If anybody has any questions, feel free to comment and I'll get back with you. Plan to also do a video on every single tool that I used in this project. And that might be helpful for some people to kind of think, all right, what kind of stuff do I really need to pull off, essentially, we'll call it a remodel. Anyways, with that, I'll let you guys get back with your day and talk to you later.